the wife and I decided that we were going to take a cheeky afternoon off and go and see Oppenheimer in IMAX. And I had been offered a few times. There's a friend of mine who was really wanted to go and see it, and he kept offering for like 9:15 at night, and the movie is like 3 hours long. I work hard. You work hard. I have kids. You have kids. You understand.
Yes.
Oppenheimer is not a film that you go to tired.
Yeah.
So the wife and I decided to go at 11 o'clock in the morning. So we're sitting there in the IMAX. Lights go down, everything's happy, everything's fine. Big screen, massive screen. The sound design as well was incredible. There are a few times when I look over at Mich and she's got her finger in her ear because it's so damn loud.
Are you kidding?
Oh no, I'm serious.
Just tell her to take, bread and roll it up and put it in her ears.
That's a whole other story for a whole another podcast.
Yeah.
That's when we do our therapy podcast. So
this is our therapy podcast.
Right. So about an hour into the movie, and for anybody that's seen Oppenheimer, here is your landmark. Matt Damon shows up for the first time. And suddenly,
Jonathan
basically
is
like
pretending that the sound is cutting out, but do not adjust your phone set.
Right. So you'd have somebody say something, and then somebody else would say something, and then just
Johnny
for a few
is
seconds,
again
and it would do that.
The sound is cutting out.
All right.
Do not adjust your phone.
At first, it did it every minute or every 2 minutes. Then it started doing it every 30 seconds, and Mich went out to talk to somebody. I saw other people coming down the stairs, like going out to get the cinema stuff. Nobody in the projection booth because they don't do that anymore, apparently. They don't have anybody monitoring to make sure that the film is running properly or, whatever. There's no one to change it.
This is Last Action Hero with the old fat guy who's dressed as a porter sitting outside.
Well, to be fair, he fell asleep, didn't he? Focus! Nick!
Focus! Hey, come on! Focus!
We got somebody in, and she's standing there with a walkie-talkie, and I look up, and there's a guy in the projection booth, and it took them about 15 minutes to actually stop the movie. And when they did stop the movie, they stopped it for about half an hour or so while they tried to futz around and fix the problem. After that, they started playing the movie again. Everything was fine until about 20 minutes, half an hour before the end. And then it started happening again, but more severely. It was like literally every few seconds the sound was cutting out. So they came in and they said, we're stopping the screening. It's all over. Go home. Here's some free tickets.
It's so annoying because it's one thing if that happens at the beginning of the movie, you'd still be annoyed, right?
Right.
And then they would say, sorry, we can't show it today. Come back on another. But when you get almost to the end,
yeah,
it's like, I'm not going to sit through that whole movie again in the cinema just so that I can see the last 20 minutes. You would?
I am.
When?
Either Thursday or Monday.
You're going to go again, both of you?
No. She enjoyed the movie, but I'm not sure that she doesn't really have the time. Funnily enough, I'm going with my in-laws.
Really?
Yeah. Because they want to see the movie. It's, my father-in-law is history buff, and I just want to see the movie uninterrupted.
Do you not think it's going to be awkward to sit next to them? Like, whenever, you'd be watching something if you were channel surfing.
Yes, there are boobies.
Your father would walk in just as, whatever, and Samantha's having her orgasm on Sex and the City. Right. You weren't even watching Sex and the City, right?
Exactly.
Like, what are you watching, Jonathan, you filthy pig, right? And it's like,
I think that this is where the therapy part comes in. So strap in, ladies and gentlemen. What's this really about, Si?
What?
What's this really about?
Nothing. I just always found it really, really awkward whenever.
Actually, to be honest, there's nothing underneath that. There's no surface level and deeper level. That is what it is.
That is what it is. It's like every time you watch something, if you're watching something by yourself and boobies come on, you go, boobs, you
nice.
Register it. And if your parents are in the room, suddenly the side of your face is like drooping and melting off as you awkwardly as you awkwardly sort of shuffle and sweat in your chair, and the couch is made of leather, right? So it's kind of more uncomfortable, and it's very hot, and it's starting to go making that scratching
and then
sound.
You can't replicate it, and it sounded like a fart.
And it sounded like a fart, or the shuffling is just a lot more audible, so now they're obviously aware of the fact that you are uncomfortable, and I think that they're uncomfortable too. Like, I don't want to be watching this with both my spouse and my son, and then there's like, you know, you sort of throw a little glance over and you don't actually want to make eye contact with your father while somebody's getting it on screen, right? And then eye contact happens, then you quickly look away. I'm just saying, don't go and see Oppenheimer because there's so many sex scenes according to Screen Rant.
No. First of all, Screen Rant
are full of bollocks. Johnny, can I just say something?
Yes.
I think that both you and I think everybody who consumes media
consumes media
in the fashion of watching movies and TV shows and sometimes video games and even, you know what, audio plays, let's say, or the theater. Whenever you consume art in that way and you see a character doing something that one would call professionally fucking boneheaded, you are yelling at the screen, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. This is what this is for me right now.
Going to see Oppenheimer
with your in-laws. Not because of the boobies.
Well, I'll tell you something. It's a 3-hour movie and the boobies amount to about 40 seconds.
I'm not talking about the boobies.
Yes.
I think that going to see something with your in-laws is worse than going to see something by yourself.
Worse?
Yeah.
Disagree.
If you see things the same way that I do, please let us know on Facebook.
Would you go and see a movie with your in-laws?
We will go and...
Would you go and see a boobie with your in-laws?
Let us know on Facebook. Anyway, let's have an episode. What's our seat number?
Hello and welcome to What's Our Seat Number, the show that asks questions and gives frustratingly few answers, like Tenet. I am Johnny Gross. No.
You're not Johnny Gross?
No, I've written it with a question mark, so it's I am a Johnny Gross.
I am a Johnny Gross.
This is what I've written.
This is what happens when you write in a panic.
Right.
We didn't have a cold open. Not a cold. Okay. No, we had a cold open. We didn't have an intro. It's getting confused again.
Yes.
And then he had to write it on the go.
Right. So I'm just going to read it as written.
Okay.
I am a Johnny Gross. I am a filmmaker for money.
You are, yeah.
With me once again with alarming regularity is my brother and co-host. He is a game designer, a 3D artiste, and a professional scowler. It's Simon Gross.
Thank you for fucking noticing. I work on that scowl in the mirror.
There is no movie news because who the fuck's got time for that? So we're just going to go.
There's news. Let's think about it.
There's news.
There's
Okay, well then I have a name.
Oh. Well, I thought we'd just wing it.
Okay.
What's going on? Oppenheimer came out. Barbie came out.
Okay, wait. I've got a few names.
Oh, okay. It's movie news.
Movie news. This is the news. I'm holding my crotch.
Hey, that's a great one.
Okay. I've got a few.
You don't want to save them for next time?
I don't know. I'm not sure they're...
Fine. How about you present all the anchors sitting next to you at the news desk? I'm holding my crotch. With me today is...
Buried under the floorboards.
Is that written Buried under the floorboards?
Barry under the floorboards. And to my left is your hands are cold, stop touching me. Good morning, Johan. There's no actual news. I just wanted to do that.
You got me with all four of those.
3.
You had buried under the floorboards.
Holding my crotch.
Holding my crotch, yeah.
And your hands are cold.
All three of them. All four of those. Oh boy.
That was the news.
Get it together. Get a grip, will you, man?
Okay.
What film are we watching?
I do. Well, the movie that we're watching today is called Speed. You may have heard of it.
Bum, 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 bum. As it's going down the shaft.
Yes.
Of the elevator.
As we pan down the shaft. I have a quiz for you.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
Because we are watching Speed, so this is a quiz called Action Movie One-Liners.
Oh, okay.
So, the first one is Die Screaming Motherfucker. It is in a female voice. Die screaming, motherfucker.
Dunno.
Okay, it is the Long Kiss Goodnight.
Die screaming, motherfucker.
This one I can do in the voice. Consider that a divorce.
So that a divorce. Well,
You can't kill me. We're married. Consider that a divorce.
it is Total Recall.
Correct.
Sweetheart, we're married.
Consider that a divorce.
This one's easy. Shocking. Positively shocking.
Sean Connery.
Shocking. Positively shocking.
Nothing like fresh powder.
Nothing like fresh powder. Dunno.
I will give you a clue.
Eh.
The actor who says this is very much into family.
Very much. I mean, what, Vin Diesel?
Yes.
In what movie is Vin Diesel saying
Nothing like fresh
nothing
powder.
Like fresh powder?
In a movie perhaps in which he plays a secret agent.
What? Triple X?
Triple X.
He snorts cocaine in Triple X?
No, he's in an avalanche.
Nothing like fresh powder.
I have not seen that movie in a very long time.
Okay, maybe that's another episode we should do very soon.
Sure.
Okay.
I live for this shit.
Yes. Heads up.
I don't like this quiz. This isn't fun for me. It's Stallone.
Yes.
Is it in not Cliffhanger. He wasn't in Cliffhanger. He was in the
He
other
was
one.
in Cliffhanger.
He was in Cliffhanger.
Yes,
but it's not
that.
Cliffhanger.
No.
Is it in Daylight?
No, I will give you a clue. It is futuristic.
Is it Demolition Man?
It is indeed.
Is it?
No, you're right.
Is it Assassins?
Is it
The Expendables?
It's Demolition Man.
Is it Rocky? Is it Rocky 2?
Oh my god.
Is it Rocky 3?
No.
Is it Rocky 4?
No.
Is it Rocky 5?
Fuck's sake.
Is it Rocky 6?
Yes.
Is it Rocky 7?
Yes, it's that as well.
I'm sorry, was that annoying?
Yes. He kicks.
This is why you put on a timer.
He kicks Wesley Snipes' head off his body.
Hands up!
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen that film.
Okay. Nobody beats me in the kitchen.
Seriously, mate, I don't remember any of these. These are not like famous ones, right? This is not like...
Nobody beats me in the kitchen? Under Siege 2.
Nobody beats me in the kitchen.
Okay.
Oh, I have not seen Under Siege 2.
You haven't?
I've seen Under Siege.
Making a list.
This is what I'm saying. So yesterday I said to Johnny, right, for you listener, while he's putting it on the list, right? I said to him, I feel that there are lots of movies I haven't seen that if I say I haven't seen them, you or other people are going to go, you haven't seen them? Like A Time to Kill.
No,
one would think that
it's
that's
my
an
responsibility,
important
though.
What do you mean that's your responsibility?
It's my responsibility. To make sure that you've seen these...
Okay, I haven't seen Cocktail, not that that's an action movie. I haven't seen All the Right Moves.
Have you seen Risky Business?
No.
Now that we're on
Tom Cruise. You know what? I wanted to do a Tom Cruise marathon just to watch all of his movies.
We could do sort of a double bill with Risky Business and The Girl Next Door. Because they're on the same subject.
okay.
Oh, sorry, we're doing a quiz, weren't we?
Oh, there's more fucking hell.
Yes. He lost his head.
That one I know.
Yes.
This movie.
Yeah.
Speed.
Where's Payne?
He lost his head.
Yeah.
Speed.
The
Speed of hand.
The other good one is
Yeah. Well, I'm taller.
Yeah? Well, I'm taller.
Okay, there's one more, and it is another movie that you probably haven't seen enough times to really get this, but it is Stick Around. It's Predator.
Yeah! Stick around.
Well, that was.
I have seen Predator,
Yes,
but
but-
I have not seen it enough times.
to know that he says stick.
Johnny, you understand this is not a reflection on you and your quiz creating skills. It's just a reflection on me and how I'm a dumb bum.
All right, let's get on with Speed then, shall we?
All right, gentlemen, what we have here are 13 passengers in an express elevator. Bomb's already taken out cables. Bomber wants $3 million or he blows the emergency brakes.
Anything else that'll keep this elevator from falling?
The basement.
He can strike anywhere, at any time.
Will the mystery guest please sign in?
Why are they messing with me? Do they think I'm doing this for fun?
For LA cop Jack Traven,
Tell me again, Harry, why did I take this job?
Come on, 30 more years of this, you get a tiny pension and a cheap gold watch.
Cool.
the game began.
Very exciting, Jack. Some close calls, huh?
When someone put the city of Los Angeles to the ultimate test.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
There's a bomb on a bus. Once the bus goes 50 miles an hour, the bomb is armed. If it drops below 50, it blows up. What do you do? What do you do?
Now,
Are you insured?
Yeah, why?
he's the only solution.
We just got a ransom demand from your terrorist. Says he's rigged the city bus. Where's Jack?
Where do you think?
Keanu Reeves, Dennis Hopper, Sandra Bullock.
Pop quiz. You have a hair trigger aimed at your head. What do you do? What do you do?
Speed. Get ready for rush hour.
Dun, 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 dun. Well, anyway, even though that was a bit of a bust, I would still like to say, way to go, Sai, way to go.
So annoying. I will never get over how annoying that is, and I think that I clocked that when I was a kid as well.
Yeah, me too. But that's a bit obscure, but we'll get there. Speed. Did you enjoy watching Speed again?
Every time.
Every time.
It's such a good film. And you know what? This time, I noticed how practical it is.
Practical.
As in, like,
Oh,
not
meaning-
practical to hold a bus hostage and put a bomb on it. No,
Yeah.
nothing about
Yes,
that plan makes
you got
any
some- you got
sense
some
or
ideas.
is practical. I've got ideas for my next classic sci muck around. But like, I'm talking about how mostly practical effects were used.
Effects and stunts, yeah. 1994.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Well, when will we get there?
At the end.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
So, would you like to start? Did you make notes?
No.
You don't have notes.
I don't have notes, but you said that you have notes by sending them to me on WhatsApp as you were watching it. So this
Right.
was not actually a planned, let's do this for an episode thing. It was
Mich
you
decided
were
that
watching
she
it.
wanted to watch it, and I...
What, just out of the blue?
Yeah. No, because the
Out
thing
of
is...
the fucking blue!
The thing is...
decides to rip us off!
So why don't you tell me what really happened?
What are you doing?
Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, right. Was that Chris Penn?
Yeah. That's what he sounds like. Put on the clip.
That was really good.
Thank you.
You're telling me that now that this man is free, and we're making good on our commitment to him, he's just gonna decide out of the fucking blue to rip us off? Why don't you tell me what really happened?
Okay. So, Mich...
Stop pointing that gun at my dad!
Continue. Sorry.
Wait, stop it! I got C4 in the trunk.
I don't want to play with that. I brought you a little toy to play with. I don't want that. I don't want to play with Juntao.
Wow. Fucking
Yes.
talk, Johnny.
Okay, so...
Speed is a movie about...
Right. So, Mich and I...
30, here's your quiz. Here's your fucking quiz. Pop quiz, hotshot. Crazy person who's related to you puts on a timer for 30 seconds and tells you to recap Speed for someone who hasn't seen it. What do you do? What do you do?
I'd want to know how long I've got.
You've got 30 seconds. Go.
Okay. It's about a police officer who pisses off a bomber in a... no, this is not good. Start again.
That's okay. You're okay because I accidentally put on 30 minutes. So, 30 seconds starting from... You know what? We'll make it fair, right? We'll give you a minute. How's that sound? You
Okay.
can do it in a minute?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go.
It's about a bomber who decides to put a bomb on a bus that is dependent... the explosion of which is dependent on how fast the bus is going. So once they go above 50, the bus is armed, and if they drop below 50, the bus will explode. All the passengers are hostages, and Keanu Reeves plays a cop who has to get on the bus and try and do the Die Hard thing and thwart the bomber.
Yeah.
That's basically it. There's an elevator sequence at the beginning of the movie with hostages in an elevator, and there's a train sequence at the end of the movie where there's a train that's out of control. So basically,
elevator, bus, train.
Yeah, awesome. 3-act structure,
all
fantastic.
About stuff going fast.
Yeah.
You have 15 seconds. Might be worth saying that the whole reason this is happening is because Dennis Hopper's pissed at Keanu Reeves for.
Well, he's also pissed at the police force.
Yeah,
he's an ex-copper.
Spoiler stuff.
Spoilers.
Good job, Johnny.
All
well done.
Very good. So, as I was saying, the reason why we decided to watch this was because we have of late been succeeding quite admirably in putting the kids to bed at a reasonable time. So we've been having movie nights. And we watched a whole bunch. She likes action movies, and I found this out long after I married her. So it wasn't a deciding factor. It was just a nice little bonus. So we watched Die Hard 2 and Die Hard with a Vengeance, because we watched Die Hard roundabout when we did the episode of Die Hard, which was Christmas, I think, no?
Yeah.
And we watched this and quite possibly something else that I can't remember. But yeah, so we watched this, and I was like busy giggling the whole time and texting you, and she kept looking at me every time a character said something that might be considered amusing, or did something that might be considered amusing.
Yeah.
The first thing that we noticed was that I thought that maybe they put a character on a rig. No, put a character on a rig? No. I thought that maybe they put a camera on a rig and just ran it all the way down an elevator shaft.
No, it's a miniature.
So it's a miniature, and it's quite possibly two sections of an elevator shaft just over and over again.
It's a motion controlled rig on a quite, it's small scale, but it's quite big.
Right.
And they had it moving at a very specific speed and having it stop.
So it wipes on and wipes off.
It was like, and you can see like the beams as the camera is going down. So it's like,
so
it
the
feels
beams
like
go,
it's in there. And they managed to recreate that really well.
I think they did 2 different sections, or they moved one of the lights around or something like that, and just like shot it again, like to make it look like it was
different parts
of one elevator shaft.
Maybe.
Very cool. I love that opening sequence.
Boyd Shermis, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Supervisor.
Supervisor. I love the score by Mark Mancina, like another one of those. He did a lot of great scores in the 90s, including Scream, and Bad Boys as well.
What you gonna do? I mean, it makes sense. They're very very close.
And I've just always loved the open. I love the whole movie, but the opening sequence is like a mini movie in and of itself. They could have made an entire movie about an elevator, getting
Hasn't someone
getting
done
rigged
that?
up. I'm sure they have. There was an elevator called The Devil in. There was an
I was
elevator movie
thinking
called The
about
Devil
that last
Inside, which
week.
is a horror movie, not an action movie. But
takes place in an elevator.
Yeah. So the purpose of the sequence, you get sort of introduced to Jack and Harry and Mac, and it just does a really good job of setting up these characters and setting up Payne as well.
Do you not think it's interesting that Harry, played by Jeff Daniels,
yes,
also plays Harry in Dumb and Dumber?
Yes.
I'm going to kill you.
What?
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you, Lloyd.
Calm down.
Right now, I'm going to kill you.
Harry, you got that crazy look in your eye.
Harry! Your hands are freezing!
Harry Dunn. Yep. The same year. Yeah.
Sorry, please continue. I don't know why I sound so boring today. Please continue.
Yeah. So
what do you mean? Yeah.
I love the setup of it. It's like, I think one of the cops says, is there anything that we can do to? What's the?
I'm glad that you were watching it and paying attention while you were watching it.
Anything else that'll keep this elevator from falling?
The basement.
The city would like to avoid that event, Officer Travin.
So we're talking about Jack and Harry. Jack and Harry have conversations in the elevator shaft that sort of establish their characters.
Yeah.
The fact that Harry is a little bit more by the book and Jack is a maverick.
Yeah.
Which
it's really cool, that whole sequence, the whole elevator. It just establishes what they do, which is really important, because oftentimes you have this whole, I'm a cop, and it's like, yes, but what do you do as a cop exactly? What do you
shoot the hostage?
Yeah. And they, they're like this elite SWAT team, right? They're really, and the fact that it establishes that he takes risks and he's not afraid, and he's like, you know, very kind of
the car jumping the hill is like the big sort of like you're introduced to him before you're introduced to him. Like you see the car coming.
Oh, right.
And it like
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of jumps over the hill and woo! Whoa.
That was loud.
Yeah, it was loud. Yeah. So you get an idea that he's maybe a little bit reckless and that he's sort of kind of gets by on luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which he does.
But
absolutely. Some of it he doesn't. He's very, very good at his job.
Yeah. He gets by on luck, but there are people who die around him as a result.
Well, because they're not script proof.
Right.
Or story proof.
Because it's written in the script they got to die.
Like, exactly.
Yes.
Well, you know, the whole thing where we first meet Dennis Hopper and the whole thing with, I really like their conversation about, you know, if the guys the perps got a hostage, right, holding them at gunpoint, what are you gonna do, right? What do you do? And then he's like, shoot the hostage, right?
Take them out of the equation.
All right, pop quiz. Airport, gunman with one hostage. He's using her for cover. He's almost to a plane. You're 100 feet away. Jack.
Shoot the hostage.
What?
Take her out of the equation. Go for the good wound and he can't get to the plane with her. Clear shot.
You're deeply nuts, you know that? Shoot the hostage.
Right, and he's like, you're fucking crazy. And then seconds later, like, it's that situation, and Dennis Hopper has Harry. He's like, get your ass up! And he pulls him up by the nose, and he goes, makes like a noise.
Get your ass up!
And then, you know, we can't go through the whole movie, for fuck's sake, but I'm just saying, like, you know, that whole scene where he shoots Harry, right?
Shoot the hostage.
Goes, shoot the hostage. He's saying, do what you said you were going to do. And he shoots him in the leg, and he goes, you fuck. And then Keanu Reeves gives the best little shrug. You're like, sorry, you just told me to shoot you. You know, I did what you said I should do. Why are you getting annoyed?
Shoot the hostage.
Say goodbye, Harry.
You fuck.
Give me a medal for shooting me, you little prick.
Harry, you told me to.
You shot me. I can't believe it. I'm giving you a medal for shooting me, you little prick.
Harry, you told me to.
Way to go, Jack.
Way to go. So they're getting medals, right, for stopping this terrorist threat. And it's revealed that Dennis Hopper's villain, who we thought blew up at the end of that whole shoot the hostage sequence, because he goes through a door and we don't see him and there's an explosion. He's watching the ceremony of Jack getting a medal, and he's clapping, he's going, way to go, Jack, way to go. And then it just cuts to a loud bar scene, and I fucking hate that in movies when that happens.
Way to go, Jack. Way to go.
There we go.
What were we watching? And I said that annoyed me. Was it The Exorcist? That it kept on just cutting to like really loud, like
I think so.
Bustling scenes.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is jarring.
We need to go back a little bit because first of all, the people in the lift.
Yeah.
We need to talk in general in these movies about the hostages.
Yeah.
And how
dumb they are.
How dumb and annoying they are. You know, like Bob, which button did you push and all that stuff.
Thanks for pushing that, Bob. The light's on, but you never know, it really might be broken.
Shut up.
And then you got like
God,
what
you guys
is it?
are dicks.
What's going on? Like all the women are always really whiny.
Not anymore.
In the 90s they were.
He's not saying, if you've just tuned in, because this is a live radio show.
It's the way
He's
that the
not
women
saying
are written.
women are annoying.
It's the way the women are written. There's also the shot of like when Harry and Jack are pulling people through the small
oh my
space.
God, the blonde woman who's like, you know, they're like going, come on, lady, come on, the lift's about to go. And she's like, no, because that makes more sense. And I get it. They're trying to tell you that she's paralyzed.
She's scared.
With fear.
Yes.
Come on, let's go.
No.
It's going to fall.
No, I can't.
Just take one step, reach out and take my hand. Come on!
I don't think that's likely. I think that your survival instinct might kick in and make you go, oh, this guy's going to get me out of here. I should get out.
Well, I would say that she's probably got other concerns because once she does get out of there...
You see up her skirt?
No, that's
Her
another.
shoe
No,
falls
no,
off.
that's another woman. I've written here grab ass.
Oh right, yeah.
Because I think it's Jack has a cups of feel.
Ooh.
You see a woman from like
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, you see a woman's butt from the point of view of the elevator.
I'm sorry. Stop everything. Did I just say, well, it's Keanu Reeves? Like,
yes.
Keanu Reeves is a perv.
Yeah.
He's the absolute opposite of that from what it seems. I mean, I love Keanu Reeves. I love me a bit of Keanu Reeves. You love Keanu Reeves. Johnny loves Keanu Reeves. What is the first thing you think of when you wake up in the morning? Keanu Reeves. What is the first thing that you think of when you sit down to take a poo on the toilet? Keanu Reeves. Right? What is the one thing that you would sacrifice above everything else in your life? You would let your children die in a volcanic blaze of fire. Keanu Reeves. Continue.
What's going on here? Anyway, so this blonde gets rescued from the elevator and her shoe goes down with the elevator and the first thing she says is, my shoe!
Yeah.
So I wanted to mention this because this follows through on the bus as well.
Yeah,
there are a lot of really annoying characters on the bus. But then if you look at, I wanted to do a comparison. We're not going to have time because we haven't seen the movie recently. But I wanted to do a comparison of this and Speed 2.
Yeah.
And to find out what elements are carried over to Speed 2
the
work.
The annoying
and what
passengers
elements that are carried over and dialed up to 11 that really don't work, that sort of show up the flaws in this one as well. And the passengers on the
are one of them, yeah.
on the decidedly slow ocean liner in Speed 2 are extremely annoying.
As is Sandra Bullock in the second one.
Well, she's annoying in this one as well. Like she's got a. This is the thing I kept pointing out to Mich, Sandra Bullock's Muppet voice in this. She's like, Officer!
Sam! Sam! Tell him to stop! Excuse me, coming through! Oh. Sam! Officer! People stay out of my way! Stay out of my way!
Officer! She does that a lot. Like every time she's like when she's about to crash into something.
Watch it!
A Miss Piggy voice.
Yes, Miss Piggy voice.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
And what did she say?
Come on, baby.
No, what did Mich say?
She kept looking at me every time Sandra Bullock did something. It's also that whole thing in the net with I am Angela Bennett.
I am Angela Bennett.
You see, the thing is sometimes somebody say to you like, what is this character's name in this movie, and be like, I don't know, but I will always remember that she's called Angela Bennett in the
Angela
net.
Bennett, yeah.
Angela, butch, beautiful, spends all day dashing into the fray. I'm Captain
Angela.
Goddamn America.
I'll tell you who I am. I'm Captain Goddamn America meets Albert Schweitzer. That's who I am. Isn't that what you always wanted? Yeah, it is. I remember. It was, butch, beautiful, brilliant. Spends all day dashing into the fray.
I haven't seen The Net in a long time. That's something we should add to the list.
They should put that
anyway,
on the list. I have seen that though.
Okay, they give me. Okay, so you want to move on to the bar scene, where with Harry kind of talking like.
Oh my god, fucking hell! We're only at the bar scene.
Yeah, Harry talking like one of those cowboys. I ain't got a bullet in me.
I ain't got a bullet in me. Yeah.
You're lucky.
You're gonna die one day if you're not careful.
Oh, this guy could have blown us up at any time. And I got a bullet in me. 6 inches off the mark, and they're giving the medal to my wife.
So let's open this can of beans and start farting around the campfire.
Everybody gonna say Clint Eastwood is the biggest yellow belly in the West.
Maribel McBourbon,
Maribel McBourbon, you. Where's the bear?
Where's the bear?
Where'd the bear go?
Where's the bear?
He took a bite out of my ass. What's this she says on the ambulance? I've forgotten now. Shoot him, not at me. Shoot the bear.
Get out the way, you fucking dumbass.
Why can't we do an episode and talk about one fucking thing and move on to the next fucking thing?
I got a bullet in me.
Yeah, okay. He's
6
unhappy.
inches
They're
off the
toasting
mark
the
and
fact
they're
that they
giving the
didn't
medal
get
to my
shut up.
wife.
They're toasting the fact that they didn't get dead, as Max says.
Yes.
And then he says, I'm gonna go home and have some sex.
Harry, you're gonna go home and puke.
Well, that'll be fun too. Yeah. So yeah, he's not
could have blown that thing from Pacoima.
Pacoima.
I always thought he was constipated when he said that. Because it sounds
well,
like
I mean,
it
sounded like he was trying to do a poo when Dennis Hopper pulls his, his nose up and it.
Get your ass up!
What's our seat number? Class, as always.
Right. Emilio from Ace Ventura gets blown up in his bus. Oh, I think I heard a toilet flush. Aguado.
Emilio is his friend.
Oh, right. Emilio is the one that's played by Tone Loc. Aguado.
Yes.
Aguado.
From Ace Ventura.
Makeup.
Johnny Aguado. From Ace
So
Ventura.
he gets himself blown up, and then Keanu Reeves.
He's a bus driver.
The
bus explodes.
And
after
then,
he says good
and
morning
then a
to Keanu
payphone starts
Reeves.
ringing. Keanu Reeves goes to the payphone. You can see the reflection of the fire in the payphone. You can actually see the fire strip that they've put up, so that there's like fire reflected in the payphone.
This is something that if I were to have been writing notes, I would have written a note about. Why is it that movie heroes and characters know to pick up the phone that it's for them? Like, if I actually have heard a ringing payphone
and I've walked past it,
and I picked it up because I thought, well, if it's good enough for Keanu Reeves, right?
Don't pick up payphones. Have you never seen Phone Booth?
Right. So I picked up the phone. And they were like talking in Russian, and I was like, you have the wrong number. Hung up the phone. What's the matter with me? I can't live life. That's ridiculous.
Okay, and then you've got Dennis Hopper doing his whole thing.
Pop quiz, hotshot. There's a bomb on a bus. Once the bus goes 50 miles an hour, the bomb is armed. If it drops below 50, it blows up. What do you do? What do you do?
I'd want to know what bus it was.
You think I'm going to tell you that?
Yes.
Very good.
So he's chasing after the bus, and then for whatever reason he sort of drives himself intentionally into a traffic jam, like a roadblock, and then he commandeers somebody else's car. It's like, why didn't he go around the other way? Because he could see that the road was blocked by by a truck, like a.
Maybe he needed a car that was smaller than the massive Jeep he was driving.
Maybe. But I will always wince at that bit where he opens the car door and then reverses
into the bus so that he can smash the door off.
Are you insured?
Yeah, why?
Broke my door.
But it's so clever because he knows that he needs to do that in order to
open your door.
Open your door! Open the door!
There's a bomb on your bus, dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't say dude, but
Yeah. It's funny how in later roles that just doesn't ever come up, but because it's speed and it's such close proximity to Dracula and Bill and Ted, it's just kind of like he's still trying to shake his dude persona. There's there's that moment where he's on the bus and he and that guy pulls the gun on him. I'm not a cop right now. See?
I'm not a cop right now. See? We're just two cool guys just hanging out.
We're just two cool guys hanging out. What about the guy with the tune man? The guy with the car that he wrecks.
I mean, I haven't spared him a second thought, apart from the fact that he cameos in the second movie.
Oh shit!
Take the phone!
Get out of the car!
Again, this is my car. I own this car. It's not stolen.
It is now. Move over.
Fuck!
Sir, I need to take your phone.
Take the phone.
Take the wheel.
What? Oh shit! Oh shit! Whoa, shit!
For some reason, he's in a speedboat now.
Yeah.
In Speed 2.
Rings out, short LAPD. This is a matter of life and death. Start the boat.
LAPD, I'm in the Caribbean, man. What are you doing here?
Stop him, Maurice.
You know how many hours of therapy I've had because of you guys? And that shit's expensive.
What are the odds?
They just chucked him in there.
What are the odds?
It's like
we have to make people understand that this is a sequel to the first movie. So Sandra Bullock's not enough. We've taken care of the speed thing with the boat.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe's in it. He's crazy. That's good. Dennis Hopper's good. Crazy. Okay, cool. We need the guy. We need the guy who took a what?
I'm something of a psychopath myself.
Yeah, it's very good, Johnny.
Yeah, Spider-Man reference.
Completely sucked the will from me to continue that sentence that I was in the middle.
They spent a lot of time establishing the passengers. You got Alan Ruck, who's
oh, that's funny. You misunderstood me. I don't know why he's talking like that. I'm sorry.
First time in LA.
Oh no, I live here.
No, I mean mine. Oh, that's just funny. You heard me wrong.
Oh darn. That's probably one of my favorite moments.
Take this. I want you to tell him what I see. Okay! We got a wad! Pretty big!
There's a pretty big wad.
Brass fittings!
Brass fittings.
I think I can reach the circuit wire.
He can reach the circuit wire.
No, don't. That's a decoy. Classic.
That's your classic decoy.
What else?
What else?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Fuck me.
Oh darn.
I've gone completely blank. What's
Cameron?
his name? Cameron. Yeah, Cameron in Ferris Bueller. Yeah. Just keep calling me. Make me feel guilty. You know,
I'll go. I love that, by the way. That's me getting angry in the car, like, you know, just like, God damn it! on the seat next to you.
He'll keep calling me. He'll keep calling me until I come over. He'll make me feel guilty. This is ridiculous, okay? I'll go. Shit. God damn it!
You ever done that? Have you ever gotten really angry in a parked car and just like yelled as loud as you can and like slammed your hand down on the horn or
steering
something?
wheel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit the steering wheel a lot. It's a wonder it's still on there.
I've only done that once. I can't remember what it was about, but I was like, man, does that feel fucking good? Because you're in, no one can hear you. You're in this enclosed space. It's like, this is just for me to go crazy and psychotic.
Mm-hmm. Right. Absolutely.
Alan Ruck is in Speed.
Alan Ruck is in Speed. So he's sort of chatting up Sandra Bullock. He's like, he does that thing with like he's got a camera around his neck and he's got a map and he's like, he's a tourist. I'm a tourist. It's not like I can hide it. And he and then she's like, oh, for fuck's sake. She takes the gum out of her mouth and puts it on her thumb and she's like, you know what? I got gum on my seat. Gum.
You know, it took me 3 hours just to get here from the airport. I got so lost. LA is one large place. Of course, you live here, you probably don't notice. I'm such a yokel.
Jeez.
There, I said it.
You know what? I got gum on my seat. Gum.
Yeah, and then she goes and sits somewhere else. She goes and sits next to the second most annoying passenger on the whole bus.
Played by Beth something.
Turfling.
Yeah, Beth Turfling. Maribel Mablurbin. Let's just keep on providing the one or two people who maybe sometimes listen to this with accurate information.
Beth Grant. Her name is Beth Grant.
I remember the Beth part.
Yes.
Now,
yes. What about the rest of us?
What about the rest of us? What about the rest of us?
What about the rest of us?
Yeah, she's annoying. She gets what she deserved.
What she deserved.
Yeah, and then there's Ortiz.
Gigantor.
Ortiz.
Gigantor. Ortiz.
You got some big, round, sweaty, hairy balls, man.
Cojones, man.
You're not too bright, man. But you got some big, round, hairy cojones.
That's very gross, Ortiz.
Can't even pay him a compliment.
That's really gross, Ortiz.
Yeah, you got a anus that
no one is enjoying this podcast episode, Johnny. Let's move it on. He's on the bus. I'm moving this on. Okay. I'm taking control, right? He's on the bus.
Well, you didn't make any fucking notes,
I
did
know,
you?
It's not my fault. I was watching it for pleasure, not for this.
For pleasure?
Well...
Were you pleasuring yourself while you were watching it? And now, some frustrated sigh ASMR. Thank you. That was frustrated sigh ASMR. Yeah, Gigantor. You got Ortiz. You got the guy who's always looped, who's always like dubbed over.
What do you mean?
Oh, great. So if you have a wife and I don't, does that mean that I'm expendable?
The young guy, yeah.
He's always dubbed.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
And then you've got the criminal.
The criminal. Stop the bus! Hey, I didn't mean to shoot the guy. You got the bus driver. Don't spin on my bus, Annie. Sam. You got Sandra Bullock. Who's that? Oh, you got the 50s lady with the glasses.
Yeah, you got
who's like,
yeah, you've got the lady who ruins the loop on the
lady who ruins the loop
later.
because she can't hold her bag in one place.
Fucking don't move for a minute, you fucking asshole. He said don't make any you stupid.
You got the old couple. There's an old couple there who are rarely ever seen or heard from.
Apart from when they're about to die.
Yeah.
Well, they don't die, but when everyone's about to die.
Curly-haired woman.
Yeah.
Mostly you see those people when the bus explodes and they go, whoa, in slow motion. Yeah. Sandra Bullock's Muppet voice. What is with the woman with with the pram full of cans?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Right, so this was something I wanted to talk about. Is that or was that a thing that people used to carry around cans in buggies?
I mean, it's
or
a
something?
thing now. Have you
Is
seen
it?
people with supermarket trolleys walking around with like cans,
bottles and stuff?
Bottles and cans.
I mean,
yeah.
I've never
But
seen one in a baby buggy.
I've never seen one in a baby
buggy.
Rubber buggy, baby bumper. You didn't know I'm going to say that, did you? Yeah. No, I've never seen that.
No one likes a smart ass. Johnny, fucking hell!
Oh my god. Okay, drop.
No.
Page.
Listen. We can get on top of this. Never mind. No, we can't.
No, we can't.
So,
what about the rest of us? I've said that
already.
already.
What about the rest of us?
Yes.
Let me look at your notes. There we go. What about why did they take a civilian along to a sting? I mean, she was meant to go to the hospital. So this is after Keanu Reeves leaves the bus. He comes back to the bus and gets... Oh, and the lady who's all like, what about the rest of us? She dies because she tries to get off the bus because none of the passengers can get on. Keanu Reeves leaves. He comes back all in his gear, right? He's kitted out and he does this. There's this really cool thing, which, by the way, apparently Keanu Reeves wanted to do most of his stunts.
He did. You can see it, yeah.
So he's on like this little, how would you describe it? He's lying down on a kind of flat trolley thing, and they lower him from the truck in front of the bus, and it's on a rope sort of thing, on a wire, and it kind of like goes under the bus so that he can... Yeah, no, we haven't skipped to the end. We've just skipped ahead. Mm-hmm. So he goes under the bus, and he first of all he cuts the fuel line by accident because the what is it? The wheel is broken or something.
So they went into the airport towards the end there, right? And they went over the spikes. So one of the tires is like
coming
sort of,
apart.
Yeah, it's like sort of like throwing rubber all over the place, and because they're circling,
it jostles
him.
So
they keep going back over it, and it jostles him off, and then he stabs the
pliers,
screwdriver into the fuel tank, so that he can like hold on.
But he's under the bus so that he can try and disarm the bomb, which he can't do. In that whole meanwhile, Harry has been doing this sort of investigative work with the other, members of the squad, like in the bullpen, to figure out who this bomber is, and they find out who he is based on the sort of gold watch that he puts as a timer on the bomb. It's a calling card for who he's a retired police officer.
Watch. It was the watch that led him to me, wasn't it? Huh? It seemed a little hammy to me to build the bomb out of my precious retirement gift, but, I figured a sign that said Howard Payne would be pushing it.
He wants, revenge or something. Who the fuck knows? They didn't pay him what he's owed or whatever.
Why are they messing with me? Huh? Do they think I'm doing this for fun?
Aren't you?
Oh, that's unfair, Jack. You don't know how I feel about this. You don't even know me.
I know you want a shitload of money you didn't earn.
Oh, I earned it. I spent my life earning it. I got a medal too, Jack. A medal and a pink slip and a sorry about your hand.
And Harry goes to this guy's house, and there's a bomb in the house, and there's a very sad moment where he realizes he's dead and he's about to die, and the bomb explodes.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel every time you watch that scene? Because I always feel upset.
I always feel like get out of there, Harry, get out.
Why are you just standing there?
Yeah, no, it's not about why you're just standing there, because there's no way that he can get out. But there are some movies when I watch things that happen that are somewhat tragic where I always feel like it's going to go a different way this time.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I
really
mean?
interesting that we do that. I think all people do that they want the character to not die that time.
Right. I also did that, I think, the third time I watched No Time to Die. I was just like,
don't go there.
Just don't do this again. Don't do this again, please. Come on, don't. No. Oh, fuck. No, we do not have all the time in the world. I am not watching this movie ever again until I watch it again. And then I go, fuck this movie.
So Harry dies. And then Keanu Reeves has a bit of a meltdown on the bus.
I'm gonna rip your fucking spine out, I swear to God.
You're gonna do exactly as you're told.
Scared and we need you right now, all right? I can't do this by myself, please. Jack, please.
We're gonna die.
No, we're not. We got this far, okay?
I'm gonna rip your fucking spine out, I swear to God.
I love that so much.
He starts like hitting things and going nuts, and she's like, I need you.
He's really good in that.
He's really good, really good.
In this whole movie, just in general.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit about the sort of in general, the Die Hard concept, which was very prevalent in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s. We had things like Passenger 57 and Under Siege and Under Siege 2 and Air Force One, all those kinds of movies that take place in a confined space with one guy up against...
Executive Decision.
Executive Decision is another one. Also, the beginning of Drop Zone is also that. Mm-hmm. But like there was a lot of that, and the thing that was interesting about it was when you're in that kind of confined space, how does the director and cinematographer work out different ways to shoot the bus in a way that's going to keep it interesting, and how is the screenwriter managing to find different ways for the main character to try and thwart the bad guy during the runtime, which is always like in Die Hard, like he's got all these things going on, the C4 down the lift and trying to call the fire department. There's all of these like really clever things that they do in order to keep the plot moving, and this movie's no different. There's so many like little bits and pieces, and Jack's always thinking and he's always trying to outthink him.
You've got like a good portion of that opening segment, right? Once he's gotten on the bus, mm-hmm. and he's won everybody over, like he's convinced them that this is actually happening. He's not screwing around.
Scaring the shit out of these people.
Ma'am, if you'll please sit down and deal with this.
You're scaring the shit out of these people.
Ma'am, please.
Some funny joke, man.
Bullshit. Yeah, there's a bomb. Some funny joke, man.
They have to get off the road, the regular road where it's all traffic jammed and stuff, because they have to keep above 50 now.
Right.
So, he's like, get these people out of my way. He's like talking to Mac and trying to get him to, get
and
the squad
choppers.
Cars and the choppers, get the helicopters out of there. He's watching us on the news.
But he's watching the game. There's this moment, I don't know if you noticed, where he comes in and he's watching the game. Yeah, all right. Oh.
Yeah, all right. Oh.
I don't know why I just like that. This is a question I had for you as well. Like, he's watching Sandra Bullock the entire time. He can see you. The way that Keanu Reeves figures that out is because Dennis Hopper's character, Howard Payne, mm-hmm. is always calling her the Wildcat.
Yeah,
the Wildcat behind the wheel.
Yeah.
And he realizes, Keanu Reeves, that she went to the University of or is going to the University of Arizona, and their football team is called the Arizona Wildcats. So that's how he susses that one out. My question is, what's she doing in LA? If she's like, he says it in the present tense. He says, "You go to the University of Arizona?" She goes, "Yeah."
I always read it as "Did you go?" Like he didn't say "Did you go?" It's like, "You go to
yeah,
you go to the supermarket today."
Okay.
In kind of that way. You go to the University of Arizona.
I suppose.
I mean, you can read it like that. Yeah. Also, it could be she's on break.
She could be on break, but like it sounds like she's going to work and she goes to the same job every day. Like that's how it. That's how
I think that.
I miss my car.
I think she's after uni.
Okay.
I never had a problem with that. I always understood that as it was in the past.
So then they do that thing that the kids today probably wouldn't understand, which is taping with a VHS.
Tape it. Good. Come on, tape it.
It's taping.
Yeah.
Taping the feed that Payne has to the camera behind the rearview mirror and looping it so that it looks like they're still there.
He's like, how am I going to get these people off the bus if he can see them? Right? How do I fool him? So they create a loop. And he's like, everybody, don't make any sudden movements and look whipped. What does Ortiz say? He goes, that ain't gonna be hard. It's so stupid.
Remember, no big movements. Just look whipped.
That ain't gonna be too hard.
Yeah, so they do that, and then they get everybody off the bus at the airport, and then he and Annie get off the bus. They go through the sort of trapdoor in the floor.
So it looks like they did that, or at least Keanu Reeves did it with a stunt woman. I don't know, but it's a really cool stunt, and they go through the orange cone things.
So Keanu Reeves
and that
says
bus
to
explosion
Mac,
is massive.
Yeah, didn't we use that as the backdrop of one of the home videos that we did? One of the explosions.
So we did a few things.
There was the explosion in the convenience store in Grosse Pointe Blank.
Yeah.
You had one in Terminator 2 with the explosion at the beginning before we see John's head in the fire.
Mm-hmm.
There was this one.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one that I can't quite remember.
So I had you in front of the TV with your arm in front of your face as if you were shielding yourself from the explosion.
Yeah.
And then I had you outside our house
to the explosion.
Reacting to the explosion.
Like Grosse Pointe Blank.
I also did
if you had shown me the Grosse Pointe Blank thing, I may have done this. Where he where he's like on his stomach, right? And he's like just looking at the explosion, like leaning on his hands.
We also had like a Back to the Future thing where the car that we had, the Honda, was silver.
Mm-hmm.
And we also had a silver car that wasn't in any way.
Honda.
It didn't look like it at all. But I cut to the I shot the actual car, you getting into it, into the driver's seat, and then you cut to a sort of bird's eye view top shot of the toy car. And it was a remote control car, and I just backed it out of the driveway.
Right, but
then it disappears.
There was no attempt at like hiding the fact that there were steps next to it that were much larger.
Right, and then it disappeared and then I had the Back to the Future logo come up.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, if I was really daring, I would have tried to set fire to some petrol. And had,
why didn't you?
Because
idiot.
I had almost burned the house down not long before that, so I wasn't playing with
I see.
fire anymore.
So back to Speed.
So
Keanu Reeves says, he doesn't know that the bomb blew up, so we can get him. Like,
he doesn't know it blew up.
They
make a fake drop of
they
the
take
cash
her
that he
along
wants.
to the Sting, but I don't understand why they don't send her to the hospital, and then.
Well, I think
Jack goes
that
along to the Sting.
It was she was staying with Jack because like they're now an item.
Yes, but wouldn't it be somewhat dangerous the whole Sting thing?
Oh, but he lives dangerously, doesn't he?
Yeah, but she doesn't have to live dangerously.
It doesn't make any sense. I have no answer for you.
Which is probably why they're not together.
Here's your answer,
in
because it makes her in a perfect position to be kidnapped.
Right.
For him to come save.
Right.
Because women need men to save them in the 90s.
So the end of the movie can happen. Right, so there you go. Okay, so he takes Annie. She's all like in shadow. And he's like, pop quiz, asshole. What do you do? What do you do? And he's like, turn around. And she flinches. But I don't know. I mean, obviously, yeah. So the movie can happen. But she doesn't just go, Jack, it's me. I've got a bomb strapped to me.
Pop quiz, asshole. You have a hair trigger aimed at your head. What do you do? What do you do? Turn around. Turn around!
I mean, it's so the movie can happen. It's for dramatic effect.
Yeah, for dramatic effect, yeah. So Jack, so the Howard Payne takes Sandra Bullock, and they go on the train. Howard opens the bag, and there's a paint bomb, and he gets covered in purple, and then he's like, my money!
My money!
There's this moment, this is what I'm building up to, there's this moment where he goes, I'm coming for you, Jack! Ah!
Yeah, I
you hear him,
noticed that too.
Echoing all the way down the car.
You! I'm coming for you, Jack!
A little bit over the top.
It's hilarious. His whole performance is over the top. That's what's great about it. That's what's so much fun about it. It's just like...
Yeah, but that was overly hammy. You know, because he's pretty evil and whatnot on top of the train as well. Like while they're fighting, and he's like, "I'm smarter than you," right?
Yeah, and he's like, they're fighting, whatever, and like Jack's like, 30 odd years younger than him.
Yeah, so he pushes his head up, and it gets taken off by one of the lights in the tunnel.
Yep.
What do you do, Jack? Huh? What do you do? You're so smart, right, Jack? You piece of shit. I'm the guy with the plan, because I'm smarter than you. I'm smarter than you.
Yeah? Well, I'm taller.
Dude.
Where's Payne?
He lost his head. He thought he was James Bond there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if that was a Family Guy gag? He would have said that, and you're gonna, oh, that's good. That's very good, because he lost his head. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a very good. I'm very impressed. That's good.
So then we have this moment where it seems absolutely impossible that they're going to get off alive because Sandra Bullock is handcuffed to the train. He doesn't. I don't have a key. She's handcuffed to the pole. She can't get out.
And she's like saying, "Leave me," and he's like,
No, whoa. He stays with her and...
Love me some Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. So he decides that instead of... Because like Howard has shot the train up and the conductor and like...
Yep.
So there's holes and everything and nothing works. But the lever works. The speed, the sort of accelerator works.
Yeah, that's the one thing that hasn't been damaged.
So my question is, if he can speed up the train...
Why can't he slow it down?
Why can't he slow it down?
Because the name of the movie is Speed, Johnny.
I was told the name of the movie would not appear on the bill.
I don't care what the computer says. We did not take a bag of Meshuggah nuts from the minibar, and we did not watch Dr. Do Me a Little.
I was told the name of the movie would not appear on the bill.
So the train goes too fast and then pops out the bottom of the street and stops, and then they neck in the train, and everybody's looking and going, oh.
Yeah, and then they have to base their relationship on sex, which is probably why they're not together in the beginning of the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, that's basically all I've got. So why don't we go over to Trivia Corner? Trivia Corner. A 20th Century Fox producer realized they might have a hit movie on their hands when he noticed that during test screenings, audience members would walk backwards when they needed to go to the bathroom so that they would miss as little as possible. The scene in which Annie takes the chewing gum out of her mouth and pretends to put it on her seat in order to have an excuse to change seats and move away from the obnoxious Alan Ruck character was improvised by Bullock.
Gum.
The bus jump scene was done twice, as the bus landed too smoothly the first time. The bridge was actually there, but erased digitally.
Yes.
The film literally ran out of money before it was completed. When the film was first previewed for an audience, the subway scenes were animated storyboards. The audience loved them so much, the studio came up with the funds to shoot the scenes properly. Jan de Bont cast Keanu Reeves as Jack Traven after seeing him in Point Break. He felt that the actor was vulnerable on the screen. He's not threatening to men because he's not that bulky, but he looked great to women. Rennie Harlin and Quentin Tarantino were offered the chance to direct but turned it down. Tarantino later named the film as one of his 20 favorite films since 1992. Keanu Reeves initially turned down the lead as he found Graham Yost's original script to be a bit too much like Die Hard. He signed on after Jan de Bont brought in Joss Whedon to rewrite the script. Oh, how times have changed.
Dear oh dear.
Dear oh dear. He rewrote the script uncredited. According to Graham Yost, the credited writer, Whedon rewrote most of its dialogue. Here we go. The opening credit sequence, descending down an elevator shaft, was created with a 35-foot miniature laying horizontally. It was Dennis Hopper's idea to stick his fingers in Jeff Daniels' nose to lift him up, and while Jan de Bont worried it would look silly, he agreed after trying it and discovering it's actually pretty painful.
Yeah.
The picture on... The picture on Harry's desk is that of Jan de Bont's wife, Trish.
Oh.
Picture of Kellaway's wife.
What? Uh-oh. Margaret! You son of a bitch!
Picture of Kellaway's wife.
Picture of Kellaway's wife. Anyway, that was Trivia Corner. Well, that's all I've got, and to be honest, I'm fucking spent.
We can skip the VFX today because there aren't really many. There are a few.
Yeah, there's a lot of practical stuff, but most of it, like if you're talking about if you're talking about visual effects, it's mainly compositing and green screen.
There's one CG shot,
which is
it's a practical shot that has a CG element in it. It's when the elevator finally falls, right?
Yes.
There's a kind of crane. Like, I clocked it this time.
Yeah, I clocked it as well.
And I was like, oh, that is not real.
Yeah.
That is not reflecting light like everything else in this shaft, and
right.
it's not quite
But if you think
composited.
about it, like...
It's 94.
It's a year after Jurassic Park.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But the thing is that they used it so sparingly, but that it's in no way bothering anyone. And the matte painting work on the bus jump, you know, where they painted... First of all, they digitally painted out the bridge, and they added a lot of things into the background with the matte painting. And I think everything was pretty practical. They did the fight in the tunnel was rear projection.
Yeah, I would imagine so, yeah.
No, it was.
Yeah. Oh, it was. Okay. No, I'm saying it looks like it. There's a blue screen shot when Payne activates the elevator and Jack's on top.
Yeah. That's it, really. Like, there's everything else is mostly
it's a very
practical.
practical movie, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what makes it partly so fun to watch, because you feel like they're doing it for real.
Yeah, indeed.
If you're making a movie that is all about danger, then you can't remove the audience and the characters from that danger with too much CGI. Like, that's also what Christopher Nolan said.
Christopher Nolan said it recently, yeah.
But we've been saying it, as everybody's been saying it. It's just that studios don't care about that sort of thing, and they're like, oh, it can be done in CG.
Honestly, the Trinity test scene in Oppenheimer, I think if it would have looked CG, it would have completely ruined the entire effect of the sequence, because it's not about the explosion. It's not about the spectacle of it. It's about
their reactions.
Yeah, it's about Oppenheimer's reaction to basically there's a sort of mixture of relief and horror at what he's created.
What have I done?
Yeah, the relief that the culmination of this $1 billion project has come to fruition, and like, oh God, how are they going to use it? You know. The devastation that it's going to cause. But anyway, oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
Chucky just scared the shit out of me. Sai has brought his dog today, and every time he moves, I've forgotten that he's here. Every time he moves,
lies down like the dead. Like,
fright.
he goes to sleep very easily.
Yes.
He just like fell asleep next to me here for most of recording.
Oh.
Woke up and realized, oh, Johnny's here.
Hello. Hi, Chuck. I love the Chuck.
Fluffy.
Yes. Anyway, that was our episode on Speed. It's nice to sit down and have an episode with you about a month later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo.
Thanks for joining us. Bye. What's our seat number?